Oh, looks like I found something. This is Prosper. Isn't line. I'm gonna go take a loop around. There you go. Just gotta take a quick loop around and hit up the relay too. There should actually be something else over here. Oh, it's over here. Oh. It's just what it is. Oh, there it is. I thought there was another point there. Oh, this is where she wanted to go. Crowned at the feet of Holken Crag, Port Prosper is Little London divided into an affluent West End and imprecarious east. Queen's Cross is a busy station crowded with engines that have arrived through the nearby transit relay from Albion. She disembarks with bag in hand and press up the clock that is being raised above the station. Clock tower that is being raised above the station is tangled with scaffolding and rings with the sound of hammers and cries of workmen. Except for payment. So, thank you, Captain. Here's a balance of our agreement. As promised, a requisition order for food, fuel, and supplies. She casts another glance at the incomplete clock tower. Given the apparent state of construction, I recommend you visit the worksite. There may be an opportunity there. Thank you for the pleasant conversation, Captain. The sky can be a lonely place. You've been living it. I have included a small additional sum in your remuneration as a token of gratitude. That's the first formula. They plan to call it the Albert Clock in memory of the departed Prince Consort. There's a way to go, yet the roof isn't finished, and the clock neither ticks nor bongs. You can see the inspector up among the workings and a spanner and a can of oil show the workman how it's done. Bronzewood, the foreman wheezes bluntly. Our consignment, they sell at Traders Wood and Polymer in plenties, I hear, and I've got a nectar too. The bunch of workshop integrates need a constant shouting, and my voice is giving up the ghost. Some nectar should have me bellowing again like a champion. Carlin's your best bet there, or to Tatiana? Yeah. Narrow streets huddle in the shadow of great crag. Banners display the stony features of her renewed majesty. Wealthy West Enders strut in exchange of polite greetings and veiled cross split, while sooty East Enders work with fire for the hour to the hour of fun in factories. Peeling posters promise fresh, wholesome lives in the reach of new arrivals, but most of the posters are years old. When new covers arrive at Port Prosper, they can never leave it. Factors continue to belch out smoke, while over the bridge, helpful crowds gather outside the Admiral Nelson. Lovers can be seen stroller arm in arm along with the promenade, at a respectful distance from their chaperones. Along the promenade. There was a brief protest outside the Windward Company factory, swiftly quelled. The scones at the Nelson were as good as ever, though the piquancy of the jam was less than might be desired. Oh, it's the Feast of Red Santa. Gaudy banners fly over the painted rooftops of Port Prosper. The smog of East End is hidden away by giant posters displaying dragons in varying degrees and vivisection. The cramped streets are clogged with people. Wealthy West Enders promenade around their amusements, while impoverished East Enders work the stalls and huddle by the chestnut fires for warmth. A painted dragon pursued by knights is chased through the crowds to a chorus of Ho, the Gryden. Okay, EastEnders. Oi, a wide EastEnder elbows his comrade somewhere under the jacket. Who's all this then? A crowd gathers from out the shadows. You're subjected to a number of looks that, if not quite filthy, or at least crummy. Eventually, the hope disperses. The first EastEnder extends his thin end line and warns, "This is a good sign you want to talk to us." Spend the evenings watching Vanderbilt players satirist the Red Saint and his dragon in an out-of-the-way tent, followed by a hearty supper of roast chestnuts and almost palatable ale down by the station. Oh, I was about to buy supplies. This is where you get them all, I guess. Oh. A mentor. For a time you joined the favor and protection of a mentor, someone who saw potential and decided to nurture it. Spent much of your youth at hard end London, where the gas lamps are scarce, the prospects bleak, and the people are flinty as cobbles. Excuse me. Love. The gradual erosion of which separates you from someone else. The fin together of two lives, as intricately and intimately as the threads in a tapestry of the cells in your skin. And when one of these lives ends, what remains of the other? I already read these two. I mean, these two stats aren't bad to have. I mean, yeah, it's not Veils, but in Villainy will help me out a lot later. So I'll take that one. Well, not a lot, but it'll help in general. I don't have money to hire any of these guys unless he's cheap. I will take you. My friend has been sending me postcards from Port Avon, and I've never seen anywhere so quaint. You must take me there. His handshake is firm to the point of rudeness. He leans in close. My time is precious, you understand. I appreciate if you got me there as quick as you can. I shan't go on reward for the fuck off. I'm gonna take as long as I fucking want, bro. Get out of here. Mostly because I don't know where Avon is, but it's probably somewhere. Not the one I wanted. Alright. Oh, Memorial to the Unknown Rat. Just found this cool. Just cool. Yeah, so I got another one of these fucking cunts. I have to go up. Oh. He was just sitting like there. Ooh. Not really much I could. Yep. Nope, that's straight up. You detect a whiff of cigarette smoke. I'll go from the top. This signal box has been blasted by weapon fire. Despite the holes, the shattered tiles, the fractured beams, still has enough structural integrity for you to climb inside without risk. It was made with care and pride. Inside, beneath a dark covered with rustled levers, is a luggage trunk. Cabins are unique and borrow from the cash inside, but custom dictates they must later replenish it. You detect a whiff of cigarette smoke as you enter. The man in gray uniform and gray bowler rises from the chair. Evening, I don't suppose you're looking for a signal, eh? He does not seem hopeful. For how long has you been waiting here? Startled by your response. Oh, right. I wasn't expecting you to say no, to be honest. You ask what he's doing here. I work for the Isambard line. Up in the last one, I suppose. Hitch rides between the boxes, make repairs, sweep up a bit, but you could but I could do with a change of scene. He seems unsure. Well, I better go get my things together. He picks up a modest hall doll and checks his hat on his head. Yeah, I think that's everything. After you, brother. Fair enough. Cabs who withdraw from the cast should note their name, ship, and what they took. Occasionally, they add anecdotes. Handwriting's poor but legible. Captain Chang withdrew supplies. There's a column for miscellaneous notes. A captain writes of a homestead. Their locomotive passed when journeying from Port Avon. The films were in the style of old London nostalgia brought from the crew together and after a near disaster encounter with Cloisterby. I see. Nope. Come on. Oh, I mean, alright. Look at that. Another port. Magdalene's is the closest thing many skyfarers have to a home. Offer services to alleviate the strain of life spent too close to the stars. The glass spires of Magdalene's pierce the clouds like swords. Shadow figures can be seen moving through the gleaming corridors, their identities obscured by the hued glass. Crowds of skyfarers, ministry officials, and merchants mill above the forecourt in varying degrees of distress. All watch the clock set in the great clock tower, waiting for their appointed hours. Magdalene's is abuzz with activity. Barely has the clock chime, then a clamor goes up the front glass desk. Guests rush into and from. A pointless lord was seen in conversation with the amenable host. East wing was closed for general access all day. A certain distinguished admiral was seen with his second in command entering one of the chambers of regret. Several guests succumbed to an excess of sedimentally and were forcibly removed. Yeah. Staff of Magdalene's promised treatments for the deleterious effects of the high wilderness, loneliness, desperation, poverty, regret, love. Love. The attendant of the foyer rescheduled appointments with the aid of hefty day booking of very accurate clock. They were eager to explain the procedures and the rules that govern here. This is a hospital for the spirit. Our staff will become the person in need. Here you say farewell to a doomed comrade and resurrect an old love, sparkle with a defeated enemy. All for a fair price, but not overindulge. Our services are to heal, not become an addiction. Alright. Easier business discuss. Unfortunately, the host has many calls on their time, and you have yet to become the known face around these parts. Perhaps once you have availed yourself of the services, they will have time to fair enough. Exit treatment clambers. The poet's first encounters with attendants in the guise of their most personal memories. A poet's day goes through the door, collection a sack of wine, and attendant studies him while I and her colleagues meaningfully unmark his eye to the name of the record book. He got kicked out. I mean, it's not really worth it to do this right now. I just don't need it. It's not bad, actually. Alright. Not quite yet. It's like 1 in the morning, so I'm gonna head to bed in a minute, but I will discover these, turn in my reports, and get myself set up for tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna edit this tonight. I'm going with tacky system. I usually go with Her Majesty, the rightful Queen of London, Queen Victoria. But this time I want to be a rebel. Raised in the wake of the blockade in Winchester, this magnificence of glass and steel houses, the colonial assembly here represents of the independent boards of the rich gathering quarrel. She listens with a scowl. Well, I'd rather know than no, I suppose, and thank you for bringing this to me rather than the blade still spikes out of rage for a gratuity. Fair enough. I can get a secret, a relic, and bounce. So yeah, she offers you a lot less because I can't get permits with her. Apparently I can give them comrade too. I'll save my favor. Of course. Due to undermanning, one of your crew cabins sits empty. Undermanning? But a story has not taken root among the crew that someone sleeps in there on nights when the wind howls, something that leaves frost on the bed sheets. Some of the crew have begun raiding the pantries to leave bowls of food outside the cabin door. Your cook complains. Just let them do it, I guess. Supplies continue to vanish from the pantry. Bowls continue to pile up beside the cabin. Periodically, the food disappears. Crew are less fearful now. Occasionally, one of them refers proudly to their special passenger. The waste wave, huh? Not this one. No, this one. I have 3 villainry. How do I know the strength of the sun? I haven't been to Albion in this run. Whatever. I guess it would, I guess, be well-known knowledge that the sun is fucking whatever. Well, yeah, I need a secret actually. I represent Hal Indiges, the banking house. I promise this one will take a moment of your unquestionably valuable time. You've produced a folded contract with Flourish. We hear promising things about you, brother. Very promising indeed. We would like to extend our services to provide a secure solution for the storage of your assets. Absolute discretion and steadfastness unto death and beyond. We only require a signature. The offer is entirely complimentary, sir. I assure you at Haldinges, we measure ourselves by the quality of our clientele. I'm certain that this represents the beginning of a long and warm relationship between ourselves, and your lineage may endure. I bid you good day, brother. Yeah, that's good. I don't really need to repair. I might take a few crew. Oh, I didn't notice I had enough fuel. Whatever. Extra's not really gonna hurt me that much right now. And I need... Oh, I actually want the third one. I want the one you get in Albion. That won't be fucking dope, but I guess I'm stuck with this. I'm debating on what I want to do with my money. Captain Whitlock left it to you in the hold of the Orphan. Her will described it only as a black box, a description considered to be an unhelpful understatement. It is a casket of black basalt longer than you are tall on a door with a single small recess that contains a keyhole. The thing must weigh most of a ton. It stands upright in the corner of the hole where the crew have pushed it out of the way. Captain Whitlock had it brought on board just before your ill-fated expedition to the Blue Kingdom. It was empty then, you know, because you saw the lid and the box carried on board separately and assembled in the hold. It is not empty now. It is sealed and even heavier than before, but you left the Blue Kingdom shortly after the box was delivered. It made no stops on the way, so wherever is inside the box now, Captain Whitlock found in the Blue Kingdom. The Blue Kingdom is essentially the afterlife. Oh, kind of. How much? 2 and Last crossing, Captain Amelia Whitlock was for the box to be transported to a specific address in London. Alternatively, you could perhaps find someone willing to purchase as a curiosity. If you knew what was inside, you might be able to command a higher price. I kind of want to open it. Usually I don't, and I just bring it to London, but I kind of do want to open it. It's a bit of a waste, but I kind of do need the money. I guess it's better than nothing. Ideally, I want a shotgun. I want a blunderbuss, but whatever. Alright, that's it. That's all. See you next time.